Welcome back to Heat of the Drum. My name is Steve. Today is going to be one of those recipes where if you have some leftover brisket, it's going to work out perfect because we're going to take these big old bacon potatoes here and we're going to smoke them for a while. Then we're going to wrap them in bacon. Then at the end, we're going to slice them open, stuff them with that brisket, and then top them with a kind of a barbecue ranch sauce right there at the end, which that'll take them over the top. So first thing we need to do is get started on prepping these potatoes. Now what I got here is some 12 to 14 ounce potatoes. And the prep is going to be real easy on them. All we're going to do is first just jab them with this fork and pierce the outside. You know, you give them about 4 or 5 stabs. That's all you need. Don't have to get too crazy with them. Just like that. And then what I have here is just a little bit of olive oil. I'm just going to get my seasoning out of the way here. I'm just going to take a little olive oil and just rub all over these and kind of just get them nice and coated. Need something for the seasoning to stick to. So just kind of quickly do that. And that should be good. And then what I have here is I took about a tablespoon of salt and about a tablespoon of pepper and just kind of combine them both together. And we're just going to use that as a simple seasoning for the outside of these. So we're just going to kind of hit these. Just to add a little flavor. But we'll be adding a lot more flavor to that skin a little later. Just like that. All right, the potatoes are prepped. Looks like my chimney's ready to dump, so I'll get on that. FYI, I did clean these potatoes about an hour ago. I scrubbed them down real good, dried them off with some paper towels, and just kind of let them hang out on the counter since. So they're all seasoned up. They're ready to go. Let's get this chimney dumped and we'll be moving on. I have 3 cups of water in here. Drum's ready to go. Let's get these potatoes on. All right, let the fun begin. Let's talk drum smoker temp. Looking for 295, 300, right around in that range, give or take. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my timer here and set it for 1 hour and 10 minutes. At 1 hour and 10 minutes, we're going to be moving on to our next step. See you then. All right, it's been 1 hour and 10 minutes, and our target temp on that drum was 295, 300, right in that range. We are 304, so we're right where we need to be. Let's move on to the next step. Potatoes looking good. And what I have here is a couple packs of bacon that I just separated probably 30 minutes ago and just put it right back in the fridge. And I just got it out of the fridge, and let's get these wrapped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come in here and grab one of these potatoes, grab a piece of bacon, put it on here lengthwise first, just like that. And then we'll come back in with another piece and start making our wrap. And this bacon will start to loosen up on you because it's going to get hot from that potato. So I just try to work quick and get it wrapped. Probably going to use at least 4 pieces of bacon per potato. Well, there's my timer going off. Try to show you guys this the best way I can. And the object is just to cover the potato. And you got to come back and maneuver it. The object really is to get it done quick and move on. Don't fuss with it too much. Once you get it wrapped good, set it down. And it'll look like that. I'll show you one more. So we'll go end to end, wrap around, just like that. And then come in and start wrapping around. Not hard at all. Just like that. Let me knock these next two out and I'll bring you back. And then what I'm going to do is just come in here with the pepper grinder and give these a little bit more pepper on them. Flip them. Like I said, you don't want to fuss with them too much. Just want to, there we go. This will be your final time to get your bacon set up the way you want it. And let's get the lid back on. Got our bacon wrapped potatoes back in. I just set my timer for another hour and then we'll get in there and see how they're doing at that point. If you like what I'm doing here at Heat of the Drum, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and that'll help out the channel. Leave a comment below, that helps out too with the algorithm. So I'll see you guys in 1 hour. We are closing in on that 2 hour and 15-minute mark. Let's get our brisket ready. So what I got here is just like a kind of little pie tin, you know, and I put some foil in here. And what I got here is some leftover brisket. Now this was from the flat. This was 3 cups that I cubed up into probably, yeah, they're probably what, half by maybe 5/8, 3/4 inch pieces, chunks. And we're going to be utilizing those. So what I got here is just a couple tablespoons of water I'm going to put in the bottom there. And then I'm going to take all that glorious beef brisket and dump in there. Spread that out a little bit. And I'm just going to come in here with a couple pads of unsalted butter. Maybe a couple tablespoons, I guess. And then I'm going to just kind of fold this over onto itself. I want to kind of make it into a kind of a pouch, I guess. However you want to do it. It's just the way I'm doing it. Just like that. And let's get the lid off. Oh, yeah. See that bacon firming up? Looking really good. I'm going to come in here with my thermometer. And probably just come in right here on this one. I'm going to come in right from the end. Let's get in there. Just like that. And then what I got to do is just kind of shift these a little bit. I'll bring this guy over here and maybe we can get our brisket in right there to the side. Now I was going to use that pie tin, but this is heavy duty foil. So it'll be all right. Him turned just like that. We are 178 internal on that potato, so it's looking really good. You can see that bacon firms up and kind of starts sticking to that potato. And I want to go to at least probably 205, 210, and that usually will make a nice tender potato. We're just going to kind of judge and see how the bacon looks at that point and go from there. The brisket's on, that should get nice and heated through so we can put that on top of that potato. But we got one more thing we got to make, and that's that barbecue ranch sauce that I've been talking about. Let's get started on that. All right, we are going to make part of this topping sauce from scratch, and we're going to cheat a little bit on the other part. Let me show you how. So the first thing I want to do is just come in here with an 8-ounce little tub of sour cream. So we're just going to get that all in there. And then we're just going to come in with this Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. This is the part where I said we're going to cheat a little bit. And get about 3 tablespoons of that. And let's get that mixed up first. Now let's jazz this thing up. I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of ketchup. Two. And 3. Let's talk some spice going in here. What I got here is 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of a light brown sugar. Let's get that in there. Now we're going to add some apple cider vinegar. So we're just going to take a tablespoon of this. Now let's work on getting that all mixed together. When you're done, it's going to look like that. So we just hit the 3-hour mark. And the potatoes right now are reading 209. So we are going to get in there and take this instant read and probe around a little bit and see how they look. Here we go. So you can see these are looking really good. Let's get a couple readings on this. 207, 210 on there. So really right now, it's just about how you like your bacon. 206 on that one. I'm sure this one's a little further along. He's the smallest one. 209. Okay, so we're all right in there. So I want this bacon a little crispier than this. So we're going to let it go for probably another 10, at least 10 to 15 minutes. All right, it's been another 15 minutes. Right now, the potatoes are at 211. So I've only come up about 1 more degree. Let's see how that bacon looks. Oh, yeah. These are looking really good. But I want that fat on that bacon just to render a little bit more. And we are close. Wow, those are smelling good. Remember, our potatoes at 211, so it's right in that comfort zone where I want that potato to be. I'm going to let this go another 15 minutes. Let me reset my timer here. And we'll be taking these things off. It's been another 15 minutes. We are at 3 hours and 45 minutes total cooking time for that potato, or those potatoes, I should say. Let's get in there. They're coming out. Here we go. Oh, yeah, look at those. Look at these. Man, let's get that thermometer out. Oh, nice. Let's get these off. I'm going to move my brisket to the center. Keep that going. Take this thermometer out of here. I don't need this in here anymore. Everything smells so good. Look at those. All I'm going to do to these is grab a little foil, and I'm just going to tent them for probably about 10 minutes. Just a light tent, nothing crazy. For about 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes. Let's get a look at these. Oh yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do I want? Let's see. I'll tell you, they all look good. I think this one's got my name written on it, though. Well, since I decided on that one, let's get rid of these 3 for now. Oh, wow. Now let's get this thing prepped. Look at that. Nice, moist, and soft brisket. Just crumbling apart. Ready to be put on that potato. Here we go. And what I'm going to do here is just come in with a little bit of this Ranch BBQ sauce that we made. Get a little on there. And now I'm going to come in with some of our nicely warmed up brisket. And we're going to load this thing up. Stuff it on in there. Get a little more. We ain't messing around tonight, my friends. We're making a meal out of this thing. Look at that. All right, it looks pretty good to me. Let's get it out of this plate. I think we'll put it right here on the cutting board. A little bit better presentation. Then we'll come back in with some more of this Ranch barbecue sauce we made. And now we're going to finish this thing off with some fresh chives cut out of my garden. We smoked it, we wrapped it, and we put brisket on it. It's time to get some of this. There's only one thing left for me to do is just cut into this thing. Now, you could have added a little bit of butter on there, and sometimes I do that, but I didn't feel like it tonight. This is what I wanted, and this is what we got. Let's get a look at it. Oh, look at that. I just want to get a piece of that brisket. Oh, with that sauce. Let's get a bite of this potato. Look at that. Now, if you wanted your bacon a little bit more crispy, you could let it go another 15 minutes, but it was good enough for me. You know, if you learn nothing else from this video, wrap that bacon around that potato. And boy, that brisket is really good. Got that off just in time. And that sauce, a little bit of a barbecue and ranch action. Oh, yeah. You could put cheese on here if you wanted to. I decided not to tonight. That's up to you. Make it your own. Remember, you can do this too. Till I see you again the next time on Heat of the Drum. Now let me finish this.